I've seen a lot of heated debates at Seattle City Hall, but none quite like this.
Adjourn the meeting. Adjourn the meeting. Yeah, just adjourn.
People screaming at each other at the top of their lungs, council members walking out in frustration, and some of those same council members blaming everyone under the sun but themselves for what was going on. As things stand today, Seattle's controversial head tax, a plan to tax big business to help fight the homeless crisis, is no more. It was passed unanimously, then weeks later repealed after nearly 50,000 people signed a petition to put the issue in the hands of voters. It's odd. You know, sitting at City Hall this past Tuesday, watching the chaos that you just saw unfold, I had two distinct feelings wash over me. First, frankly, was embarrassment. I was embarrassed by the way people were acting. Embarrassed that they thought screaming and taunting would somehow get them the outcome they wanted. Embarrassed that some council members thought attacking the public for what was going on would somehow distract from the fact that they hadn't listened to the public in the first place. But then, after the embarrassment went away, I felt something very different. For the first time in a long time, maybe even ever, I felt hopeful. I felt like I was watching a turning point. I've covered the homeless crisis in this city for a long time. I've been to homeless camps, I've visited tiny house villages, made many trips into the jungle. I've met people of all ages who have struggled, and I've met people with remarkable stories, people who have turned their lives around. I've also met many of the people who are trying to help every single day. People who sometimes get little pay and little appreciation for doing work that a lot of us would never have the patience to do. But in all that time and through all those stories, I've never seen the outrage that we're seeing now on all sides. I've never seen the level of frustration that was on display at that city council meeting. And I realized, sitting there, that we should all be grateful to live in a city where people care that much. But while screaming and shouting may show passion, it will not solve problems. It will not get people off the streets. We have a chance to take that anger and turn it into something productive. For those who were opposed to the tax, in just weeks, you gathered 50,000 signatures. That's no small feat. Imagine if you were to take that same sense of urgency and focus it on solutions. For those of you who were in favor of the head tax, don't be defeated. Take that anger and that desire, that willingness to wait in line for hours to speak at a city council meeting, and turn it into action. I've seen how much you care. You can change people's hearts, even if you have to do it one person at a time. Seattle leaders have for years failed to come up with a plan to deal with this crisis. But what they lack in a plan, the people in this city more than make up for with their passion. Don't let that passion go to waste, and don't wait. Because if you're relying on city leaders to get us out of this, you will be waiting for a very long time.